beloved soul. If you're hearing this, the angels guided you here for a reason. This message was divinely timed just for you. Before we begin, open your heart and say quietly, "Angels, I'm ready to receive." If this resonates with your spirit, don't let this blessing pass you by. Subscribe now and click the bell so heaven can send more messages straight to you. Your like is more than a button. It's a sacred yes to the universe saying, "I accept this truth." In the comments, share one word of gratitude or hope. Your words create light for others on this path. If this message lifted you, consider sending a super thanks. Your support helps spread angelic love across the world. Now breathe deeply as we deliver heaven's message just for you. Your soulmate has made their choice, and it's you. This isn't just hope. This isn't just a dream. This is a sacred decision written into the fabric of your destiny. They didn't choose lightly. They didn't just wake up and decide. They wrestled. They prayed. They asked the heavens for signs. They looked at the path of their life, the twists, the losses, the hard stops. And they saw how every moment was pointing to you. They've fought their doubts. They've healed their wounds, and now, finally, they're ready. They're not just ready to love. They're ready to stay, to show up, to rise, to build. They're ready to carry the weight of what love really means, not the fairy tale, but the foundation. They've whispered your name to the stars, and the universe has answered, not with a thunderclap, not with a lightning strike, but with a slow, steady unfolding. A peace they couldn't explain, a knowing they couldn't shake, because you've been echoing in them since the beginning. Since before they even understood what love really was, you've waited. You've wondered. You've even doubted if this day would come. You've asked the sky in silence, where are they? Do they feel this too, or is it just me? But the angels want you to know. It's happening. Not tomorrow, not in the distant one day, but now. Something has shifted in the spirit, in the heart, in the divine calendar. This chapter is already being written, and it stars you and them. Together, the love you've prayed for is already on its way. Every tear you've cried, not wasted, not forgotten, but water for the roots of this very love. Every lonely night, a call sent into heaven, and heaven heard it. Heaven answered every moment you wondered if you were meant to be alone. You weren't. You never were. You were just being refined, strengthened, prepared. So was your person, because a love like this can't be rushed. It can't be half-built. It can't be shallow. It can't be fake. This is not ordinary love. This is a divine assignment to love each other the way only the two of you can. To build something that will outlast seasons, outlast fear, outlast the world's noise. And they've felt it now, fully, finally, the pull toward you that won't let go, the thought of you that won't quiet, the hope that never died. They tried to silence it. They tried to run from it. But every road led back to one name, yours. And now, they're not running. They're reaching. They're moving toward you. In mind, in heart, in action. They're planning the words. They're making the space. They're removing the fears that used to hold them hostage. Because you're not just someone they like. You're not just someone who feels good in the moment. You're the one they come alive around, the one they feel safe with, the one that feels like home and home. Home doesn't have to ask to be chosen. It's felt, it's known, it's returned to. You are that return, and they're coming. Everything in them is aligning now. Their heart is soft. Their mind is clear. Their spirit is saying, it's time. So if you feel that tug today, that strange stillness inside you, that flutter in your chest with no reason, that's not anxiety. That's alignment. That's the angels whispering, get ready, it's happening, love is on the way. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. You are one of those, so are they, and this love is part of that good. It's not a distraction, it's not a detour, it's not a delay, it's destiny. Waking up, becoming real, showing up. So breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let the worry fade. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it, because it's already yours. This love has already claimed you. Heaven has already sealed it. And now, your soul is catching up. You'll see them soon. Maybe in the way they text differently. Maybe in the way they reach out with a new kind of depth. Maybe in the way they finally say what they've been holding back. And when they do, you'll recognize it, not as surprise, but as remembrance, because your soul knew. It always did. And now the rest of you is ready to receive it. This is the love you were made for, the one you thought didn't exist, the one you dreamed of, and then tucked away, because reality seemed too harsh. But here it comes. Realer than your doubt, stronger than your fear, softer than your loneliness, and yet more powerful than any storm. You're about to be held, not just by arms, but by intent, by truth, by God's hand. That's how it's happening, not by force, not by accident, not by human striving, but by grace. By timing so perfect, it could only come from heaven, by divine orchestration, by sacred alignment, by prayers you whispered on nights you couldn't sleep, because God didn't forget. Not one tear, not one longing, not one silent please. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't mess it up. You didn't wait in vain. Every delay, a design, every closed door, protection, every lonely season, preparation. By God's hand, the love meant for you is being delivered, sealed with patience, marked with mercy, delivered with intention. You are not reaching blindly. You are not guessing anymore. You are stepping into what has always been yours, because this love, this sacred union, was written before you were wounded, before you were disappointed, before you questioned whether it would ever happen for you. And the one who wrote it, God himself. He authored your heart. He authored theirs. He made sure they would echo each other in rhythm, in ache, in hope. And now the pages are turning. The chapter you thought might never come. It's here, guided by his hand, unfolding in his time, protected by his angels. So you don't have to strive. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to carry the weight of wondering anymore. Because this love isn't something you have to build from scratch. It's something you step into like a path you didn't see, until the fog lifted, like a light you didn't realize had been guiding you the entire time. Their name has been carved into your spirit by a holy touch, not a coincidence, a calling, and now that calling is being answered by them, by you, by the God who never left. They've chosen you, but only because heaven chose first. Their choice echoes what was already decided. Their love is a response to what God set in motion long before you both knew it. And now, it's arriving. Slowly, steadily, beautifully. Don't rush it. Don't doubt it. Just stay open. Stay soft. Stay ready. Because when it comes, it won't come to confuse you. It will come to confirm you. You'll feel the peace of it settle in your bones. You'll feel the certainty of it in places where fear once lived. Because perfect love casts out fear. And this love, it's been perfected through time, through tears, through fire, through faith. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual, not just romantic, redemptive, the kind of love that lifts, that heals, that partners with purpose. They'll look at you, and it won't be about possession. It will be about honor. I've prayed for you, they'll say. I've become who I am so I could love you well, and you'll feel it. Not in just what they say, but in how they show up, day after day, heart open, eyes clear, hands ready. Because love, true love, is not afraid to be seen, and you are about to be seen in a way you never have. Not just your beauty, not just your kindness, but your spirit, your depth, your divine design. They will see it all and still choose you. Especially choose you because they finally realize it was always you, and by God's hand, they're being guided home, to your heart, to your arms, to the very place their soul always recognized as safe. Let that settle into your chest. Let that assurance replace the doubt. Let that love soften your waiting, because you are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are chosen by them, by heaven, by the one who shaped your heart to fit theirs. And now, you are almost there, almost face to face, almost hand in hand, almost home. You felt them before, even if you didn't realize it. That sudden warmth in your chest for no reason. The dream where someone held you and it felt like home. The song that played at just the right time, speaking the words your heart needed to hear. These weren't coincidences. They were whispers from your soulmate spirit, reaching for yours across time and space, because real love doesn't wait for physical form to begin its work. Real love, true love, begins in the unseen. Before the first glance, before the first hello, before your paths ever crossed, it begins in the soul, where memory is deeper than language, where connection is older than this lifetime. They've been sending you love in ways you couldn't see, through the kindness of strangers when you needed it most, through the unexpected peace that settled over you on hard days, through the invisible arms that seemed to hold you when no one else could. That was them, reaching for you, praying for you, calling to you, and heaven let it through. Because when a soul is meant for you, their love travels through time, through silence, through spirit. They may not have known your face yet, but their spirit knew your name. They held that name in their heart, like a prayer, like a promise, and every time you needed just a little more strength, it was their love that carried you, Every time you stood on the edge of giving up, it was their hope that steadied your soul. Even when they didn't fully understand why they felt so drawn to someone they hadn't met, their soul did. Because in the sacred dimension where truth lives outside of time, you've never been apart. You've just been becoming the version of yourself that can receive this love. They've been doing the same, growing, healing, failing, rising, learning how to love better, not just for anyone, but for you. And all along the way, they've been sending little pieces of that love ahead, so you wouldn't feel alone, the way your favorite flower bloomed out of season, the way a stranger said something your heart needed to hear, the way your eyes filled with tears at a line in a movie that somehow felt like your own story. Those were not random, not accidental, not meaningless. They were divine breadcrumbs, clues from your future, signals from your other half, letting you know, I'm real, I'm coming, hold on. Because you needed reminders when the world got loud, when your heart got tired, and they knew that, so they kept loving you through invisible channels, through divine frequencies, through dreams that felt like home. You thought you imagined it, but your soul knew. There's a reason you've always believed in something deeper, something unexplainable, a reason you've always felt like someone was out there searching for you too, because they were. And now the distance is closing. Now the veil is thinning. Now the love that once had to be spiritual is preparing to be physical. They're almost here. Not just as a thought, not just as a hope, but as a hand to hold, as a voice to comfort, as a presence that changes everything. You won't have to guess anymore, because when it happens, you'll know. The way your body relaxes around them without explanation. The way their laugh feels familiar, even though it's the first time you've heard it. The way your heart stops searching, the moment their eyes meet yours. This is what the angels have been preparing. This is what your spirit has been sensing, that someone is them. And soon, you won't have to look for signs anymore. Soon, they'll be standing right in front of you. No more wondering, no more waiting, no more praying into silence. The answer is coming, and it has a face, it has a name, it has a voice that says, I've been looking for you too. 1 Corinthians 13:12 says, For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. That moment is near, the one where what was once a reflection, a mystery, becomes reality, where the feeling becomes a person, where the dream becomes a presence, and you'll no longer need to explain why you always believed in something no one else could see, because it will be right there, loving you, choosing you, seeing you. So keep your heart open, keep your faith anchored, because love is not late. It's just arriving right on time, and all the signs that once felt scattered will suddenly make perfect sense. Will suddenly make perfect sense. Every ache, every pause, every path that didn't lead where you hoped, it will all align, like puzzle pieces you held in your hands for years, never quite knowing where they fit. But the moment you see their face, the moment your soul exhales and says, there you are, everything will click. All the wondering, all the whys, all the waiting. It wasn't punishment, it wasn't misdirection, it was preparation. You weren't being denied. You were being refined. Because this kind of love, this holy kind of love, requires readiness, not perfection, but readiness. And now you are. So are they. You'll feel it when their words sound like something your heart wrote in a journal years ago. You'll feel it when your laughter harmonizes like it's been rehearsed in every dream before this life. You'll look back and realize that the signs weren't random. They were breadcrumbs, clues, proof. Proof that your soul wasn't delusional. It was prophetic. You always knew this love existed, even when others told you to be realistic, even when your past tried to convince you otherwise, even when your reflection looked back tired and whispered, maybe it's not meant for me, but it was. It always was. They were becoming. You were becoming. And love. Love was waiting, stretching, strengthening. So when it arrived, you'd both know what to do with it. This love won't feel rushed. It won't feel unsure. It won't feel like a test. It'll feel like a return, like slipping into something that fits just right. Like silence that says more than words ever could. Like a sunrise you didn't have to earn. But that still feels like a gift. They'll see you. Not just what's beautiful, but what's bruised. And they'll stay, not out of duty, but out of destiny. They'll say things you've longed to hear, but never thought anyone would mean. And they'll mean every word, not because they're perfect, but because they've chosen healing, not because they have all the answers, but because they finally surrendered to something bigger than both of you. Divine timing, sacred design, God's hand. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." And this love is part of that purpose, a prevailing promise, a divine appointment, an eternal yes. You won't need signs then, because they'll become the sign. Their love will be the confirmation. Their presence will be the proof that you were never foolish for hoping, never wrong for believing, never wasting your prayers. It was all being stored, held, blessed, until now. And when you're finally standing with them, when they reach for your hand and everything inside you stills, you'll hear it, not from them, not even from yourself, but from the divine. This is what I promised you, and it will have all been worth it. The lonely nights, the unanswered messages, the almosts that broke your heart, because they brought you here, to the real, to the sacred, to the one your soul has always known. So breathe, let go of the fear, welcome the unfolding, because the love you sensed in your spirit is about to become the love you hold in your hands. And when it does, don't question it, don't shrink, don't overthink, receive it. Because you've done the work, you've passed the test, you've waited well, and heaven always honors hearts that don't. Give up on love. Type a powerful word like fulfilled, prepared, or arrived. And if you feel the timing is divine and right on time, send a super thanks to help share these sacred messages with others who are just beginning to believe that their forever love is not only real, but right on the edge of becoming. Your soulmate wasn't running from you. They were running toward themselves, not away from love, but into wholeness, into clarity, into truth, into the version of themselves that could truly hold you. They had lessons to learn, fears to face, egos to surrender. They needed to become the person worthy of your love. And that takes time. That takes fire. That takes breaking and rebuilding. But now, after all this time, they've done the work. They've sat in their silence. They've cried through their growth. They've looked in the mirror and asked, "Am I ready for the kind of love that doesn't leave?" And heaven answered, "Yes, now you are." They've released the past, the ghosts, the guilt, the voices that once told them they weren't enough. They've opened their heart, not recklessly, but reverently, because they know you are not just anyone. You are the answer to their prayer, the completion of a soul story. God began before time itself. They've chosen you, not out of loneliness, not out of pressure, not out of desperation, but out of certainty. They've walked away from the temporary. They've said no to shallow. They've let go of illusions. Because when they thought of a life that felt true, it always circled back to you. Not the perfect version of you, not the curated you, not the one who smiles on cue or hides the pain well. Just you, the you who still gets scared, the you who second guesses your worth, the you who wonders if they'll ever come. They want that you, because they see the beauty in your mess, in your magic, in your mercy. They've seen your spirit, maybe not with eyes, but with recognition, and it moved them. They could have had anyone, but they waited for you. They could have settled. They could have run. They could have convinced themselves that safety was better than destiny. But something inside them whispered, "Wait for the one your soul already loves." And they listened. They waited for the you who cries at sunsets, the you who overthinks but still believes, the you who prays for love even when your hands are trembling. They waited, and you were worth it, flaws and all, fears and all, walls and all. They didn't need perfection, they needed truth. And you are the most honest thing their heart has ever known, because to them, you're not broken, you're becoming, you're not difficult, you're deep, you're not too much, you're more than enough, and they're finally ready to prove it, not with empty promises, not with words alone, but with actions that match what their spirit has already decided. They'll be the one who shows up, who calls, who remembers, who sees. They'll hold your hand without hesitation. They'll learn the language of your silence. They'll walk beside you, not in front, not behind, but with you, because love, real love, isn't afraid of the work, and they've done it, and they're ready, and they're coming. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago." You were part of their good things. You are part of their masterpiece, and they want you. Not the version of you that hides your wounds, not the version of you that says, "I'm fine," when you're not. They want the version that says, "I'm still healing, but I'm here." Because so are they, healing, present, here. The angels didn't bring you this far for you to be met by half effort, by confusion, by games. No, this love will be solid, soft, yes, but solid, sure, steady, sacred. They won't play with your heart. They'll protect it. They'll honor it. They'll speak to it in ways no one ever has, because they see you, not just the outside, but the fire, the faith, the fragile courage. And it stirs something holy in them. You've made them braver, wiser, more honest with themselves, and for that, they don't just love you. They thank you, even now. They're whispering gratitude into the night. Thank you, God, for keeping them safe. Thank you for letting me be worthy. Thank you for timing it right, because what you're about to receive isn't just love, it's confirmation that your standards weren't too high, that your faith wasn't foolish, that your heart wasn't wrong for holding on, because the one who's coming, they see you. They've always been moving toward you, even when it didn't look like it. And soon, they'll be close enough to say, I chose you, on purpose, with purpose, forever. So breathe. Let the waiting soften. Let the ache turn into expectation, because the one meant for you is no longer becoming. They are, and they're almost here, closer than you think, nearer than your doubt allows. You can feel it, can't you? That shift in the air, that stirring in your chest, that quiet anticipation that won't let you sleep. It's not your imagination, it's your intuition. It's your spirit preparing for alignment, for union, for fulfillment. You've waited for so long, not just with your calendar but with your soul. You've waited with tears that no one saw, with prayers whispered into your pillow, with silent surrender even when it hurt. You held on, even when your hands shook, even when the world told you to settle. You didn't, because deep down you knew something sacred was coming. Someone sacred, not just a relationship, a recognition, a mirror of your soul. And now, the time is drawing near. You'll start to see the signs intensify. The dreams will become clearer. The synchronicities will speed up. You'll hear their name more often. You'll see the places they love. You'll feel waves of warmth for no earthly reason. That's them. That's their soul moving closer. That's your spirit responding. Because love like this doesn't arrive unnoticed. It arrives like a sunrise, soft, steady, undeniable. And when it finally breaks the horizon, you'll know. There will be no guessing, no doubting, no need to ask, is this it? Because every part of you will exhale at once. Every wound will feel held. Every fear will go silent, and in its place, peace. The kind that doesn't make sense. The kind that confirms what your soul has known all along, that they were always meant to find you, that you were always worth the journey, that the delay was not denial, it was divine preparation. Romans 5:5 says, hope does not disappoint, because the love of God has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. This love will not disappoint you. It may stretch you. It may surprise you. It may come in a package you didn't expect. But it will never leave you empty. It will never leave you confused. It will never leave you alone. Because real love, God-ordained love, shows up and stays. They're almost here. And when they arrive, you'll understand why it had to be now and not a moment sooner, because now you're ready to receive. And now they're ready to give, not from a place of brokenness, but from wholeness. Not from a place of fear, but of faith. Not from emptiness, but from overflow. They'll walk in carrying not just love, but intent, presence, promise. They'll sit with you and listen. They'll learn you, not to fix you, but to cherish you. And when they say, I'm here, you'll know they mean it. You won't have to question it. You won't have to chase it. Because this time, it's different. This time, it's divine. So let your hope rise again. Let your heart open again. Let the doors stay unlocked for the one who is already walking toward you. You don't have to look for them. Just live. Just heal. Just breathe. They'll find you in your joy, in your truth, in your becoming, and when they do, the angels will rejoice. Because heaven knows how long your souls have waited to finally touch again. You're not too late. You're not too much. You're not impossible to love. You're exactly what they prayed for. And they are exactly what you've been promised. So hold on. Keep walking in grace. Stay open to the signs, because they're almost here. And the next time your spirit feels that warmth, that peace, that gentle knowing, it won't be a whisper. From afar, it will be them. In front of you, beside you, loving you with the ease of someone who has always known your soul. This won't be a love that makes you question. This won't be a love that leaves you guessing. This will be the kind of love that feels like coming home, like breathing for the first time, like finally being seen, truly seen, and loved exactly as you are. Not for what you do, not for who they hope you'll become, but for who you already are. Your softness, your strength, your scars, all of it. They won't just say they love you, they'll show you in the way they speak your name, like it's a sacred word, in the way their presence makes the noise of the world quiet down, in the way their energy feels like safety and sunlight at the same time. They'll show you by noticing what others overlook, the way your voice changes when you're holding back tears, the way your fingers twitch when you're excited but nervous, the way you trace patterns on your cup when you're deep in thought. They'll memorize these things, not because they try to, but because you matter that much. They'll remember the little things that matter to you, your favorite flower, the song that calms your spirit, the memory you keep tucked away because it still hurts. And they'll hold space for all of it. They'll know when to reach for your hand without being asked. They'll know when silence is what you need, and when to break it with a laugh or a whispered, "I'm here." They won't leave when things get hard. They'll stay, not because it's easy, but because you're worth it. This love will not be perfect, but it will be honest. It will be real. And real love is rare, but never confusing. They will show up when it's inconvenient. They will support you when the world tries to shake you. They will believe in you, even on the days you don't believe in yourself. They will love the version of you that others didn't have the patience to understand. This is the love the angels promised you, the one they kept whispering about in the middle of your tears, the one they wrapped around you in those sleepless nights when all you wanted was to feel chosen. They heard you, and they carried your prayers straight to heaven. Now the answers are making their way to you, and it's closer than you think, closer than doubt, closer than fear, closer than the voice that says, "What if I'm too broken to be loved like that?" You're not too broken. You're brave. You're not too much. You're more than enough. You're not hard to love. You're just meant to be loved deeply. And that kind of love takes time to arrive, because it's sacred, it's refined, it's divine. This is not fast love, not temporary comfort. This is eternal echo. This is covenant. The angels are clearing the path, removing what no longer serves you, making sure when this love arrives, nothing distracts you from receiving it. It won't feel like a fix. It'll feel like a fit, like everything inside you suddenly makes sense in their presence. They'll look at you, and it won't be fireworks. It'll be stillness, the kind of peace you've only ever read about. Their eyes will light up when you walk into the room. even after years, even after routines, even after you've shown them every vulnerable part of yourself. They won't love you less because you're human. They'll love you more, because the more they see, the deeper they'll fall. You won't have to perform, or pretend, or piece yourself together so you look easier to hold. You'll just be, and that will be enough. They'll remind you daily that you are a miracle, that your love is a gift, that your soul is a home they prayed to find. And when they hold you, you'll wonder how you ever thought you were meant to go without this. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And, beloved, the time is becoming right. Things are shifting, the winds are changing, the whispers are turning into waves. This love is approaching softly, surely, sacredly. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the fear. Let your heart stay open. Let your faith stay lit, because they're coming. With hands ready to hold, with arms wide enough for all your past, with love strong enough for all your future. And when they arrive, you'll realize why nothing else worked. You'll understand the delays, the heartbreaks, the lonely seasons. It was all leading you right here, to this moment, to this love, to them. The only thing left? Believe not in fairy tales, not in fantasies, not in picture-perfect endings that crumble under pressure, but in truth. The kind of truth the universe is screaming at you, through signs, through songs, through that still small voice inside. You are loved, you are chosen, you are not alone. Heaven has not forgotten you. Love has not skipped you. God has not overlooked your prayers. Every quiet tear, every whispered hope, every journaled dream, it's been heard, and it's being answered. Not always in the way you imagined, but in the way your soul truly needs. So stop searching, stop doubting, stop asking if you're too much, or not enough, or running out of time. Because the truth is, you are right on time. Your soulmate is coming, not as a rescue, but as a reflection. Not to complete you, but to join you, to walk beside you, to remind you of who you are when the world tries to make you forget. They are coming, with hands made to hold yours, with a voice that sounds like home, with a heart that already knows your frequency. And when they arrive, you'll understand why it had to happen this way. Why the waiting? Why the pain? Why the loneliness? Why the prayers that seem to echo back in silence? Because if it had happened any sooner, you wouldn't have recognized them. They wouldn't have been ready. You wouldn't have been ready, and love deserves readiness. It deserves presence. It deserves clarity. This is not a rushed love. This is not a desperate love. This is not a fill the void kind of love. This is divine timing in motion, and when it unfolds, you will thank God for every delay, for every not yet, for every wait a little longer, because it brought you here. To a love that wasn't just written in the stars. It was written in your soul, long before this lifetime, long before your heart ever knew what it longed. For this love was planted in eternity and watered by heaven, and nothing, not time, not distance, not fear, not what was done to you, not what you didn't get, not what fell apart. Nothing can stop what is meant for you, what God has sealed. No human can unseal what your soul has known, no logic can erase. So take a deep breath, darling. Let go of the urgency. Let go of the timeline. Let go of the panic that says you've missed it. Because you haven't. You are exactly where you need to be for love to find you, and it will. You don't need to force it. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to become someone else to attract it. Just be. Just believe. Because your love story is just beginning. The chapters ahead, they're full of miracles, full of laughter, full of healing you never thought possible. You'll look back at this season and say, I thought I was alone, but heaven was with me the whole time. The angels, they've been working behind the scenes, aligning steps, rewriting timelines, protecting your heart until the one who can truly hold it arrives. And when they do, everything will make sense, not all at once, but piece by piece, like a divine mosaic of lessons and grace. They'll look at you with eyes that say, I would have waited forever for you. And you'll believe them, because you waited too. You waited when it was hard. You waited when you wanted to give up. You waited even when you weren't sure what you were waiting for. But your soul knew. It always knew. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Not rushed, not forced, not explained. Beautiful in its time. And this is your time. To be loved, to be chosen, to be seen, not just on your good days, but on your broken days, your quiet days, your real, unfiltered, imperfect days. They'll love you then too, because their love won't be for show. It will be rooted, grounded, grown. And when they arrive, you won't feel butterflies. You'll feel peace. You'll feel that exhale. Your soul's been holding in for years. You'll feel safe, because true love doesn't create chaos. It calms it. It steadies you. It stays. So trust, even now, even when it still feels far away, because it's closer than you think, closer than fear, closer than doubt. It's written in your timeline. It's sealed in your purpose. It's embedded in your future. Your soulmate is coming. And they're coming with intention, with devotion, with divine clarity. And when they hold your face in their hands and say, I see you, I choose you, every broken piece inside you will start to believe again. So don't give up now. You're closer than you've ever been. Heaven has heard you. God is delivering. And your love story, it's about to begin. Like this, if your heart feels it. Comment a powerful word you're claiming, like beginning, trust, or chosen. And if this message met you right on time, send a super thanks to bless these sacred messages for others waiting on love that feels like a prayer finally answered. Because it's not over. It's just getting started. Your forever is almost here.